Welcome to the Spring 2016 pinning ceremony for the Mount Antonio Associate Degree Nursing Program. Congratulations. And welcome, family, friends, husbands, wives, mothers, children. You've survived the last 2 years, and you are a major reason why these students are now graduating from our program. We're very happy to have you all here today. I'd like to introduce to you our Mistress of Ceremonies. This is Mrs. Billy Lyons, who is also the Assistant Director of the department and the Chair of the department. Mrs. Lyons?
Hi, everyone. Okay, before we start our ceremony, I'd like to take a time for Dr. Lance Wiltshire to remember him. There's a picture of him on the back of your program to remind you of who he was. And so I'm going to take about 20 seconds of silence to remember our dear friend, colleague, and professor. Thank you. So let me introduce to you some of the famous people sitting over there in the side chairs. The first person I'd like to introduce is Irene Malgrim, who is the Vice President of Instruction. Roseanne Bader, who is Vice President of the Board of Trustees. And let me introduce to you some of our faculty. Professor John Dior. Professor Carolyn Anderson Perry. Dr. Oscar Romero. Professor Connie Kunkler. Professor Denise Condra. Professor Jamie Hooper, Professor Kim Smith, Professor Mary Keeney, Professor Sophie Andaya, and also with us is Kathleen Clark. Did I forget anyone? Oh, my gosh. And our Associate Dean, Sarah Plezitz. And now we'd like to sing the national anthem. And if you would all please stand. The person that will be singing the national anthem today is Miss Jordan Murray from Stage Light Performing Arts. Behind you is the flag. If you would please turn towards the flag while the national anthem is being sung.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red
Jordan, take a bow. That was beautiful. We have two student speakers today. The first speaker is Mary Waters. She was our class representative, and she loved taking care of others in class.
Hi, everybody. All right, good evening, faculty, students, and families. My name is Mary, and I had the honor and sometimes difficult task of being the class representative for the fall 2016 cohort. I'll open by saying that I'm currently experiencing tachycardia, tachypnea, and diaphoresis. For the lay people in the audience, that translates as rapid heart rate, rapid respirations, and profuse sweating. Giving a speech to a group this big is kind of like inserting your first Foley catheter. You just kind of zone out and hope it goes like it's supposed to. When I was voluntold to do this speech, I really wasn't sure what I would say to you guys. This is a diverse and interesting group of people. There aren't any special quotes or sayings that could possibly encompass all of our personalities. The only thing that can be said is that we did it. We finally finished this program. Yes. When we started this journey 1 year, 9 months, and 18 days ago, and yes, I counted, we had no idea what we were getting ourselves into. We didn't know what was involved with a head-to-toe assessment, except for heads and toes. And stool was just a thing we sat on when we went out on weekends. Most of us didn't know each other. We were just strangers in a big room. As the semesters went on, we became classmates and then friends, and some of us became extended family to each other. Completing the nursing program and leaving Mount Sac is a little bittersweet. We've worked so hard to pass all these classes, complete tons of clinical hours, and now it's over, just like that. There's almost a sense of loss. No more weekend cram sessions, no more early Monday tests, no more whining to our classmates about things that now seem insignificant. Some of us will stay friends for the rest of our lives. Some will be moving away but keeping in touch, and some of us will never speak again. Everything changes from this day forward. We have so many people who helped us during this program, and we are so thankful for them. To all of our professors who gave us endless hours of lecture and made themselves available to us at all hours of the day and night, thank you for helping us to succeed. Besides our great professors, there were so many others who gave us a hand. The nursing office staff, Maria, Angie, Vienna, also Kathleen Clark, Deborah Skalkos, and our tutors. Also, thank you to our clinical instructors who gave us so much knowledge, and the floor nurses at our hospitals who put up with our shaky hands and our silly questions. Thank you to Visa, MasterCard, Sally Mae, and the financial office for keeping me afloat financially. I appreciate it. Thank you to Starbucks and Panera Bread for putting up with our study sessions even past the time that they closed. I'd also like to send a personal shout out to Domino's, McDonald's, Del Taco, and Carl's Jr. for keeping my children alive, if only barely. Also, thank you to the Walnut Police Department for their most generous dispensing of parking tickets during our last semester when we could afford it the least. But the biggest thank you goes to our friends and family. We've gone home to you after long days of lectures, clinicals, and studying. We'd like to say thank you. You've been our backbone. You were warned about how hard this would be, not only on the students, but on you guys. You stuck through it with us. We're sorry if it may have seemed impossible to deal with us at times. We're sorry if it seemed like we got along with our classmates better than you at times. We promise it wasn't personal, and we promise it'll get better now that we're graduated. I know we all want to go and celebrate with our families and friends, so I'll end with this, a quote that some of you may recognize from my girl Meredith Grey. We spend our whole lives worrying about the future, planning for the future, trying to predict the future, as if figuring it out will cushion the blow. But the future is always changing. The future is the home of our deepest fears and wildest hopes. But one thing is certain, when it finally reveals itself, the future is never the way we imagined it. So let's go out there and enjoy our futures. Be safe and have an amazing night of celebration. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. Okay, our next speaker is Miss Kay Montalvo. Kay's proudest contribution was that she always brought laughter and snacks to share.
Welcome, friends and family. 1/10 of a score ago, our nursing class was born. Oh wait, actually, we're all nurses here. I don't need to give a speech. I'm just gonna give you guys S-bar report instead. So, for those of you who don't know what S-bar is, it's a communication tool that nurses use to hand off information about a patient to the next shift's nurse. S stands for situation, B is for background, A is for assessment, and R is for recommendation. So, let's begin with the situation. Here we have a 2-year-old nursing class coming in for graduation. We came in with a chief complaint of, what am I going to do next in my life? And thus started the rigorous process of endless quizzes, textbooks, clinicals, and meeting a variety of people from different facets of life. Our current diagnosis, fatigue, readiness for a break, and NCLEX anxiety, and maybe a little bit cold right now too. So let me give you guys the background. I want to go back to our first day of admission into the program. We were naive nurses to be, hoping all the rumors of nursing school weren't true. And then we try to make a little bit of chit chat next to the person next to us when all of a sudden Professor Orr walks in and then she says, oh, this is the breakdown of what we're going to do. Oh, and by the way, in 3 days, you're going to give each other bed baths. That's right, bed baths. Very intimate process. So then here I am going, quick, Kay, let's make friends really fast so then it won't feel so awkward bathing them 3 days later. It was still awkward. But that's when I came to realize that in life, you are going to be put in a lot of uncomfortable situations. And a lot of the time, that's when the best relationships are born. I remember us bathing each other, in our swimsuits, of course, not realizing that the program had planned this all along, thrust us into an uncomfortable situation, and immediately break down those walls. Now that friend is someone I can trust with my life, and I know can throw down in the case of an emergency. So, with that said, our class has a history of awkward situations turned into lasting friendships. So, let's begin our assessment. I want to start by, here's my assessment of our class. Family at the bedside, doing our laundry, washing our dishes, taking our emotional abuse. Neuro-wise, we're pretty much awake, alert, oriented, and most of all, our brains are filled with immense knowledge that we've learned over the last 2 years. Respiratory, shortness of breath, anxious to probably get up here and get your pin already. And lastly, GI. If you guys are anything like me, sharing snacks, your abdomen has extended continuously throughout the last 2 years. And then lastly, we have the heart. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Because in order to be in nursing, the key factor you must have is a healthy heart. And that's not just physiologically. What I love so much about what we do is that we use our heart to express compassion and love to our patients and their family members. I know that every person sitting down on those chairs right now in the red robes knows exactly what it means to sit down next to a patient who has no one and be that someone for them. I know that every graduate sitting right now knows that there are some things that even the finest medications cannot cure, but the smallest pat on the back can. So my final assessment is, we're ready. We are so ready to be nurses that our families can be proud of. Which lastly leads me to recommendations. I recommend that we thank everyone who has been supportive in our lives throughout this program. The Mount Sac faculty, our families, and our friends. This has been an especially rough year for the staff and for the school. We lost such an integral part of our nursing world, Professor Wilcher, but I thank our professors so much for stepping up and working to make sure that we're sitting in those chairs right now. Thank you to Marcos, the friendly store clerk from the little shop below our classrooms. Without him, lectures wouldn't be complete without the buffet of hot Cheetos and cookies on our table, and our main source of hydration over the last 2 years, hard liquor. Coffee. Most importantly, thank you to our loved ones who have supported us through everything and didn't file missing persons reports when we were out studying for hours at a time. We wouldn't be here without all of you. So with that said, our shift here is now over. It's time to be discharged to celebrate with our friends, our families, and the local breweries. Thank you. Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you, Kay. Our next speaker is Mrs. Jamie Hooper.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome, and I just want to say that I'm so honored to be here tonight to be able to celebrate with these students. I would like to thank the fabulous faculty and the administration for their attendance and livelihood of our nursing program. And I would also like a special warm felt thanks to the friends and family for supporting and loving all of our students. You truly have been the backbone to their success. And as you all know, this is one intense program. It may even be one of the hardest things that these students accomplish in their life. But I just want you to know that nurses are responsible for many things. They have to be multitaskers, they have to change dressings, they have to give medications, but most of all, they have to care. And as the American Journal of Critical Care once stated, that everyone else goes to work, nurses go to care. And you may become tired after these long 12-hour shifts. You may even be broken. But what's important for you students to remember is to take time to reward yourself and focus on yourself. Be sure to handle your needs. Make sure that you work hard and you play hard. Always put family first. Spend quality time with your family. Don't forget to laugh. Don't forget to smile. And take care of you. As you begin your new career, you'll start to touch one life at a time. Please remember, nursing is about people. Look your patients in your eyes. Smile. Hold their hand. Cry with them. Make them feel like you're their personal nurse. Patients will remember how compassionate you were. They will not remember how well everything was documented. There will always be time to chart. Please remember to become a lifelong learner. Keep up with the latest and greatest. Be curious. Learn something every day. Be role models. Be compassionate. Follow your dreams and follow your hearts. Don't be afraid of change. Take advantage of all the wonderful opportunities in nursing. But whatever you do, make sure that you always push yourself to be the best nurse that you can be. The nursing at Mount SAC has given you strong roots during these last 2 years, and now you will have to use your own wings to fly to your next nursing destination. And tonight, as we say farewell, I can only hope that you can see my light of caring is a little bit lighter tonight because of you. I am so proud of each and every one of you. You hold a special place in my heart, and I wish you the best of luck to each and every one of you. Congratulations, class of 2016.
Now we are going to do the penning. So could we have our penners up here and those that are calling names? Penning the students today will be Professor Michelle Boyer and Professor Carolyn Anderson Perry. And announcing names is Professor Denise Condra and Professor Oscar Romero. God. Now for the presentation of the class Spring 2016 with the first row stand. Huh? She's right. Oscar, she's right there. Okay, you may proceed.
Alan Anthony Aus.
Sabrina Castro.
Eric Escobedo.
Brianne Acuna.
Ryan Quinto.
Bethany Martin Stevens.
Ellery Navarro.
Stacy Kim.
Marco Gaona.
Patricia Amelia. Oh my.
Lendl Jen Ragasa.
Jamila Oloyede.
Simrit Sandhu.
Angeline Ramos.
Noemi Valvaneda.
Lizette Martinez.
Denise Nicole Cervantes.
Delia Bortez.
Allison Saldana.
Caroline Japp.
Isabella Bojorquez.
Jeanette Mendoza Tovar.
Azra Ayaz.
Kay Montalvo.
Sharon Sears.
Lorimar Hunter.
Ana Maria Ibarra.
Courtney Cunningham.
Vanessa Garcia.
Andrea Myers.
Nayeli Hernández Granados.
Christy Calzarera.
Sally Arrajo.
Vanessa Wallace. Cynthia Corrales.
Regina San.
Annette Diaz. Vanessa Beck.
Viviana Talamante.
Rachel Chang.
Indalia Burto.
Vance Soon.
Grace Lee.
Jemmy Poon.
Yan Zhu.
Pen Wang.
Lori Lee.
Jason Anthony Montez.
Charmaine Barrios.
Stephanie Alvarado.
Shanley Holmes.
Jen.
Valerie Charlton.
Shannon Young.
Mary Waters.
Amanda Reyes.
Let's give them a hand. Now, graduates, stand up. We are going to do the Florence Nightingale Pledge. The candles in front of the podium represent Florence Nightingale, who is known as the Lady of the Lamp. Miss Connie Kunkler is going to read the pledge. Any nurses who would like to stand and recite the pledge with them? It is on page 2 of your program.
Thank you. All right, repeat after me. I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of His assembly. To pass my life in purity and to practice my profession faithfully. I will abstain from whatever is deleterious and mischievous. And will not take or knowingly administer harmful drug. I will do all in my power to maintain and elevate the standard of my profession. And will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping. And all family affairs coming to my knowledge in the practice of my calling. With loyalty will I endeavor to aid the physician in his work. And devote myself to the welfare of those committed to my care. Please be seated.
Before we complete the ceremony, I'd just like to say a couple of words. Look next to you at the person sitting next to you. This is your colleague. They are forever nurses, and you are members of the greatest profession. And those faculty sitting over in the chairs, we are all your colleagues now. And you now have the knowledge and the critical thinking skills, okay, to go out there and practice. And you are going to be amazing leaders in this profession. You've graduated from one of the greatest colleges for nursing. Mount San Antonio College is a great nursing program, and you will have the best clinical skills, and wait till you get in those hospitals and they find out who you are. You go out there and be amazing. And we can't wait to see you when we take other students into the clinical setting. It's going to be a lot of fun. We are also very proud of who you are now and who you will become. So now, with that said, move your tassels from the right to the left. The Mount San Antonio College Nursing Department would like to present the nursing class of spring 2016. Congratulations.